The handyman business is one of the most overlooked income opportunities in the trades world. No license required for most work, no expensive equipment to start, and the demand? Endless. Homeowners everywhere have a list of things they've been putting off: a leaky faucet, a broken fence, door that won't close right, paint touch-ups, furniture assembly, bathroom caulking. They want someone reliable who shows up and gets it done. If you're handy, resourceful, and show up when you say you will, you can build a $3,000 to $8,000 per month handyman business and scale from there. Here's exactly how. Off-clock hustle logo animation with energetic sound. Welcome back to Off-Clock Hustle. The handyman business is one of the most accessible skilled trades businesses you can start with minimal capital and no professional license for most states. You're doing everything a licensed contractor doesn't want to do. The small jobs, the punch list items, the while you're here can you also requests that make up daily homeowner life. The demand is consistent and massive. The supply of reliable, skilled handymen is genuinely short. That gap is your opportunity. A handyman handles the small to medium home maintenance and repair jobs that fall below the threshold of requiring a licensed specialist. Common handyman jobs: door and window repair, alignment, weather stripping, hardware replacement, furniture assembly, IKEA and beyond, drywall repair, holes, cracks, texture matching, interior and exterior painting, rooms, trim, touch-ups, deck and fence repair, caulking, kitchens, bathrooms, windows, bathroom accessories installation, towel bars, mirrors, toilet seats, basic plumbing, faucet replacement, toilet repairs, varies by state licensing, light fixture and ceiling fan installation, varies by state licensing, pressure washing, gutter cleaning and minor repairs, TV mounting, general cleanup and maintenance. The key legal nuance: each state has different rules about what a general handyman can do without a license. Electrical and plumbing work above certain thresholds almost universally require a licensed contractor. Know your state's laws. Stay in your lane for liability and legal reasons. The handyman business can be started for almost nothing if you already have basic tools. Basic toolkit you probably already own: power drill, circular saw, basic hand tools, level, tape measure, utility knife, caulk gun. Tools to add: a cordless drill driver combo, a multi-tool, oscillating, a good level, a stud finder, a basic set of hole saws, and a reliable tool bag to keep everything organized. Total, if you're building out your kit, $300 to $600. Vehicle: you need reliable transportation with room for tools and materials. A pickup truck or van is ideal but not mandatory for starting out. Business setup: LLC registration, $50 to $200. General liability insurance, $500 to $1,500 a year, essential, not optional. Business cards, $30 to $50. Marketing: your phone, a Google business profile free, and presence on a few platforms like Thumbtack and Nextdoor. Total startup cost, $500 to $1,500 if you already have most tools. This is genuinely one of the lowest cost business launches available. Handymen typically charge either an hourly rate or flat rates per specific job. Hourly rates: $50 to $100 per hour depending on your market and skill level. Urban markets tend towards $75 to $100 per hour. Rural markets might be $45 to $65 per hour. Flat rates for common jobs: IKEA furniture assembly, $75 to $150 per piece depending on complexity. TV mounting, $100 to $150. Door hardware replacement, $75 to $100. Faucet replacement, $100 to $150, plus materials. Small drywall patch, $100 to $200 depending on size. Toilet replacement, $150 to $200, plus toilet cost if you supply it. Many handymen charge a service call fee, $50 to $75 just to show up, then hourly after the first hour. This covers your time for small jobs that only take 30 to 45 minutes, and ensures you're not losing money on small trip jobs. Price confidently. Customers who push back on $75 an hour for a skilled insured handyman who shows up on time are not your target customers. The customers who value reliability and skill will pay your rate. Start with your immediate network. Tell friends, family, neighbors, and co-workers that you're taking handyman jobs. The first few will come from people who know and trust you. Google business profile. Set this up before anything else. When someone searches handyman your city, your GBP is how they find you. Add photos, add services, get reviews. Thumbtack, Angie, and TaskRabbit. These platforms send leads in exchange for payment. Thumbtack charges per lead, $5 to $25 depending on job type. Angie has a membership model. TaskRabbit takes 15% of jobs booked through the platform. The ROI can be excellent in the beginning when you need volume, less ideal once you have enough referral and repeat business. Next door, introduce yourself as a local handyman. Post in local Facebook groups for neighborhoods and homeowners. These are highly effective because local trust is already implied. Yard signs during jobs. When you're working on a visible job, exterior painting, deck work, landscaping, a professional yard sign gets you calls from neighbors. The handyman business is almost entirely reputation-driven. One delighted customer tells 10 neighbors. One bad experience does the same in the opposite direction. Show up when you say you will. In the handyman world, this alone sets you apart from 70% of your competition. Text or call before you arrive. Do the job right the first time. If you're not sure how to do something correctly, don't wing it. Look it up, watch a tutorial, or decline the job and recommend a specialist. A job done wrong costs you the customer permanently. Leave the work area cleaner than you found it. Vacuum up drywall dust. Remove your masking tape. Take the packaging from the fixture you installed. This detail earns disproportionate praise and review mentions. Ask for a Google review before you leave when the customer is clearly happy. Hand them your phone with the review link open. Would you mind taking 60 seconds to leave us a Google review? It makes a huge difference for our small business. Most will say yes in the moment. The path from first jobs to consistent income. Month 1 to 2, taking any job you can get to build reviews and experience. Undercharge slightly if needed to win first bookings. Month 3 to 6, accumulating 15 to 30 Google reviews, building a referral base, starting to be selective about job types, focus on what you do well and what pays best per hour. Month 6 plus, a full weekday and weekend schedule of booked work, primarily from referrals, at full rates. Potential to hire a helper for larger jobs. Once you have consistent demand, focus on the jobs with the highest hourly return. Furniture assembly at $100 per piece that takes 30 minutes equals $200 per hour effective rate. Detailed deck refinishing at $800 for a full day equal 100 hour. Know your profitable jobs and fill your schedule with them. This is a question every handyman eventually faces. When do I need a license? The honest answer is, it depends entirely on your state and what type of work you're doing. In most states, general handyman work, furniture assembly, painting, minor drywall repairs, installing fixtures, basic carpentry, doesn't require a specific handyman license. However, electrical, plumbing, and HVAC work typically require licensed professionals, even for seemingly minor tasks. The practical implication? Stay in your lane. Don't do electrical work without a license because a customer asks you to. Don't touch gas lines. These aren't just legal risks, they're safety risks. A handyman who takes on licensed work creates serious liability exposure. In some states, there are threshold-based licensing requirements. In California, for example, any single project valued at $500 or more, materials plus labor combined, technically requires a contractor's license. This catches many handymen off guard. Check your state's contractor licensing board requirements. The safe path. Be clear with customers about what falls within your scope and what requires a licensed specialist. Homeowners appreciate honesty. It builds trust. That outlet issue is outside my scope, but I know a great electrician I can refer you to is a professional response that serves the customer well. And that electrician may refer you back when their customers ask about handyman services. Let's look at the realistic ceiling of a well-run one-person handyman business. Working 5 days a week at $75 an hour, billing 7 hours per day, accounting for drive time and setup, $525 a day, $2,625 week, $10,500 gross before expenses. Expenses: vehicle, $500 to $800 month, insurance, $200 to $400 month, tools and supplies, $300 to $500 month, marketing, $100 to $200 month. Total, roughly $1,100 to $1,900 month. Net income, $8,400 month, approximately $100,000 $113,000 per year as a solo handyman working full-time. After self-employment taxes, around $80,000, $90,000 take home. That's a strong professional income without a degree, without being on a job site all day in the heat, and with complete schedule flexibility. Scale to a two-person operation, and the math changes again. Hire a helper or second handyman, charge client rates on both, and your income can increase significantly without proportional increases in your own working hours. The handyman business has a real income ceiling as a solo operator. You have a finite number of hours. But within that ceiling, a well-run handyman business earns, as well as many professional positions, and offers far more autonomy. The handyman business is one of the most human-scale, accessible businesses you can build. Low capital, immediate cash income, consistent demand, and the satisfaction of fixing things and leaving homes better than you found them. The barrier isn't skill. Most people are handy enough to start. The barrier is the first call, the first job, and the first review. Everything after that builds on itself. Get those three things, and the referral engine does the rest. Subscribe to Off Clock Hustle for more real side hustle content. Drop a comment. Are you handy? What kind of work do you think you could offer? See you in the next one.